Hi, this is Tom with the University of Iowa. I'm a very interesting case that we did that had a lot of interesting issues. The first one was a very dense white cataract, and so we're going to use trypan blue here just to do the anterior capsulotomy. I like to place the trypan and then wash it out with BSS, and at the last minute get the bubble. Now in this case, we're really worried about the Argentine flag sign because this lens appeared to be under a fair amount of pressure. And so we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a Phaco Rhexis here. We're going to put low vacuum settings. We're actually just going to Phaco into the anterior capsule. This is Dr. Caroline Wilson, who's one of our amazing chief residents here at the University of Iowa, who's doing this surgery. And now we're going to rock the lens a little bit to get some of the trapped fluid below the dense cataract. And this creates less pressure within the capsular bag. And now we're going to use a lot of liberal viscoelastic, and we're going to just do a Rhexis here. We're just going to sort of go around in a spiral until we get this just the right size. And you can see what a wonderful job Dr. Wilson has done in this case. We had very little issues with it trying to go out because of the release of the trapped fluid and because of the liberal use of the viscoelastic. Now we're going to use a MiLoop because this lens was so dense. Not only was it white, but there were some brown parts in the middle. So here we're going to use the MiLoop, which is a wonderful gadget for this. It's basically like a cheese wire for the lens. It's produced by Zeiss Corporation. So we're going to get this just under the anterior capsule. You can see how nicely it is under the capsule with this staining. And now we're going to rotate this loop so that it's perpendicular. Can't really see it. On less dense lenses you can see the posterior aspect of the loop. And now we're just going to bring it down and make it a small loop. It tends to bring it up into the eye, so we're using a second instrument here just to sort of push it back and get the little loop free from the lens. And now we've rotated the lens a little bit so that we're going to get a 90-degree second cut. And hopefully, as a result, we're going to have this lens into 4 pieces. You can see how it's nicely breaking into 4 pieces. They tend to come up into anterior chamber, which is not a big deal because eventually we're going to want these more anterior anyway, and so it's really not a big deal just to have them come up into the anterior chamber. And so now we've got this lens broken into 4 nice pieces. We're just going to use typical fragment removal high vacuum settings to remove this material. Oswald is nice in this case with some longitudinal. In this case, we're using a Bausch & Lomb with a pulse. Well, this is Tom at the University of Iowa. Thank you very much.